Yep. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our live broadcast. Tonight, we are going to be live roasting the State of the Union with Joe Biden. The Supreme Court justices have just walked down the stairs into the House chamber, and Nancy Pelosi is standing right there. We are going to be live today. We're going to have your comments up on screen. Dear Sam is up in the studio right now. You can see the comments rolling in. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going. All right, we're going to be working. You can see the comments on screen. I can see the comments on screen. So we're going to be working here with the comments. We're going to be listening live to Joe Brandon. I can see Kamala Harris and Pelosi up at the dais. Sam, is there any way to swap out the video behind us? I know it'll look a little messy. Can we take the C-SPAN feed? I have it. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Just the same. It's a YouTube link, right?
I mean, it's going to look messy here.
Yeah, okay, well. Ladies and gentlemen, all right, I'm seeing a lot of Let's Go Brandon. I got my Cry More Lib shirt on. We're going to be swapping out our feed so that you guys can see sort of the behind the stage here for Joe Biden. Well, wonderful. This is how we do. It's in the studio build, Sam. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, I got myself a beer here. There we go.
Madam Speaker, the President's Cabinet.
Oh, President's Cabinet. Oh, we're in the Matrix now, Sam. Good job. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I am watching. No, don't want to see him. Here we go. I pray God. What a shit show. Yeah, the sundowners are back. Oh, yes. Yes. We are attempting to bring you
the darker it gets. Why isn't anyone allowed to speak up?
Traffic. New episodes Wednesdays at 9 on National Geographic.
She was
drama,
money and fame,
shot amazing.
So, we're looking forward to
Then suddenly,
We've seen a lot of things on The Real Housewives, but we've never seen anyone be arrested.
But I'm seeing, finally, I'm seeing the chat coming through. Very good.
A computer salesman was supposed to report to prison to begin a 17-year sentence.
They let him turn himself
Well, ladies
into
and gentlemen,
jail
cheers.
with
We're
no
doing a
escort.
lot of
No one
drinking
thought
tonight at the state.
How do you evade capture for 25 years? How do you do
There
that?
we
Now,
go!
join the search, following the U.S. Marshals
Who
as
else
they
is
uncover
drinking
new
at the State of
leads
the
in a
Union?
global
Here comes the
manhunt.
president.
Can you help catch
Cabinet.
this fugitive?
Have you seen this man?
Have you seen this man?
Have you seen this man?
have
Listen and
some guy
join the
I've
all-new
never
hunt
seen or
wherever
heard
you
of.
get your
Guaranteed.
podcasts.
ABC
Good.
News,
There's Kavanaugh.
America's #1 news source.
Oh, Kavanaugh. Oh, how much.
Good
how
evening.
much
President
did we
Biden said
waste
to address
on
Congress
Kavanaugh?
and the nation and historic
Ladies and
night in
gentlemen.
our ABC
All
News
right.
coverage.
Well, here we go. Okay. We got the stand with Ukraine stuff going now. All right. So that's the swag. Sheila Jackson Lee there from Texas. Oh, there's Mayorkas. A little bald man, creepy little bald man. Secretary Mayorkas.
Flagrant violation of international
Ladies and gentlemen.
and
Oh, yikes. Anthony Blinken.
a pandemic.
All right, here we go. Let's read some comments. I hope he has a fresh diaper on. Yes, true. Benny's live tonight. Haha, yeah, that's right. And everyone thanks Studio Sam, who got us the right live feed so that we can watch everyone coming in. Here we go, Benny and the Jets. Sam said it looked like it did look like the Matrix. Maybe that's what it was, Sam. Maybe they needed the Matrix in order to bring Joe Biden to life. Maybe Joe Biden's going to be like Tupac at Coachella. He's going to be a hologram. You never know. Too bad Trump ain't there. True.
And good evening tonight from the nation's
Is he going to be able to
capital,
stay
where
up
in
this
just a few
late?
moments, President Biden will deliver his
How
first
or
State
is
of
he
the
going to
Union
be able to
address
stay up
the
this
nation.
late? That's right.
Watching.
I love being able to see the comments on the screen. Can you see the comments on the screen? You can see them, can't you?
These are extraordinary times. The Russian invasion of Ukraine dominating the world's attention.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Corn Pop. Corn Pop coming in. Again, we got our beer. I got a beer. I got a whole case.
Sanctions against Russia, against Vladimir
I
Putin
shouldn't do
himself.
this.
This invasion, 4,800
I got a whole case of Coors Light. We're going to be doing a Coors Light. We're having Coors Light roast of Biden. That's what we're doing on this show. If you got them, put them up. It's Tuesday. Here we go. Benny, you are so funny. Thank you. Clowns. Yes, true. Me too. Although I got myself my Cry More Lib shirt on. We are ready to go. Ready to go. All right. All socials up and good, they say in the live chat. Thank you, everyone. Oh, Ted Cruz, the lion. Lion Ted. With his mane, with his beard. He's trimmed his beard. Very sad. Kavanaugh's got a mullet going on there. He's got a little bit of a helmet hair. Weird. Kavanaugh needs to, I don't know, use some lip balm. John Roberts, greatest traitor to our country there ever was. Remember John Roberts, the beautiful selection of George W. Bush to be a conservative justice. Yeah, right. That means like side with liberals at all times and every chance that he gets. Here we go. More comments. Rhino, you, Benny. I didn't see what the U was. Love you, Benny. Thank you very much. Time to lock them all up. It's a Let's Go Brandon party. It's a Let's Go Brandon party. Sometimes I like to drink right now. This is gold. Yeah, let's go. I can't watch this sober. That's right. Is that Marjorie Taylor Greene? Come on. Is that Marjorie Taylor Greene? Is that Marjorie? Turn around. Let's see. We are. Oh, there's Kat from Florida, Congresswoman Kat. Here we go. Let's read some comments. Show Biden the State of the Union. Clown show as Biden in the State of the Union. Benny, you're awesome. Thank you. I'm going to turn it off. I'm starting to get a stomach ache. So we have comments coming in from Facebook and YouTube and Rumble. Let the shit show begin. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just reading the comments. Make a toast. All right, here we go. My toast. Here's to whispering angels who are helping Joe Biden get into the House chamber right now. Thank you, whispering angels. Whispering angels. Where angels whisper to Joe Biden. Please wear your Depends. Metamucil, come on, baby. Let's go. A lot of Ukraine pins I'm seeing. Yeah, okay. All right. Wear the pin. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have a great time. Okay, so if you want to have a community, the purpose of all of this tonight is we're putting a community. You can see your comments live on screen. They're coming in faster than I can even read them. You see your comments on screen. You're going to be able to comment with us. You're going to be able to chat. You'll be able to see your chat literally inside of the live. Okay? Right down here. There we go. Boom. There's your chats. So you can talk with us. We'll talk back with you. You'll be able to hear us. You know? Talk smack. So if you want a second screen experience, this is what you want to watch. Because I know you're going to be watching this like I watch these things and being like, what the hell is going on? Raging at the screen. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, do it with us. That's what you want to do. You want to be with your boy Benny. Talking, and then Joe Biden will be on, and you'll be able to hear him talk. Speaking of hearing, Sam, can I get audio up in my IFB? Oh, this, ladies and gentlemen, got the IFB. It's getting sophisticated. Uh-oh. Is this it? Thank you, Sam. There he is. Here we go. Drink! Everyone drink! Everyone drink! Can we please play the Let's Go Brandon theme song? Come on, guys. Let's go, come on. Let's do the Let's Go Brandon theme song.
sanctions again and really lay out this theme of democracy versus autocracy. He's got to do this delicate dance, though, of putting that war in Europe, making it relatable to Americans.
Come on. Come on. All right. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Did you hear that? I played my Let's Go, Brandon song. You can see your comments on screen. Salty, salty, salt. Where's his mask? That's right. Oh, there you go. Nancy Pelosi, don't rip it yet. Don't rip it up. Don't do it, please.
Members of Congress, I have the high privilege and distinct honor of presenting to you the President of the United States. Of presenting to you the President of the United States.
We'll do it live. Classic. A classic. Oh, look at Pelosi.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right. What are they clapping for?
Thank you all very much.
What are you clapping for?
Thank you all very much.
Clown world.
Thank you,
Clown. Clown world.
Thank you.
Rip it up, Pelosi. Rip it up. Everyone in the comments saying, rip it up.
Thank you all very, very much. Thank you. Thank you all very, very much.
Hey,
thank you so much.
Turn the cameras around.
Please.
Let me see
Madam Speaker,
which Republicans are clapping.
Thank you so much. Madam Vice President,
put them on
our
blast.
First Lady and Second Gentleman. Madam Speaker, members of Congress and the Cabinet, our First Lady and Second Gentleman, Supreme Court, members of Congress and the Cabinet, Justice of the Supreme Court, COVID-19 kept us apart. Americans. This year, last year, COVID-19
so remember how you opened a different window?
This year, we're finally together again. Tonight we meet as Democrats, Republicans, and Independents. Tonight we meet as Democrats, Republicans, and Independents. But most importantly, with the duty to one another, Americans, to America, with the duty to one another, people, to the Constitution. To the American people, to the Constitution.
Good old Sam, ladies and gentlemen.
An unwavering resolve that freedom will always triumph over tyranny.
You wouldn't believe what this one-man show can do.
Thank you.
All right. Well. What are Republicans doing clapping?
6 days ago, Russia's Vladimir Putin sought to shake the very foundations of the free world, thinking he could make it bend to his menacing ways.
Oh, wow, this fast on Putin,
but he badly miscalculated.
Oh.
He thought he could roll into Ukraine and the world would roll over.
You didn't even sanction him.
He met with a wall of strength he never anticipated or imagined.
A mall of strength.
He met the Ukrainian people.
Okay, there we go. Nancy Pelosi wearing the Ukraine pin. Yep, they needed something, ladies and gentlemen.
President Zelensky.
They needed something, and they found
every
it.
Ukrainian, their fearlessness, their courage, their determination literally inspires the world. Groups of citizens blocking tanks with their bodies. Everyone from students to retirees to teachers turned soldiers defending their homeland. And in this struggle, President Zelensky said in his speech to the European Parliament, "Light will win over darkness. Ukrainian ambassador to the United States is here tonight, sitting with the First Lady. Let each of us, if you're able to stand and send an unmistakable signal to the world of Ukraine. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Like, guys, I get it, but why is our governing body, again, if there was this much patriotism for America, it sure would be nice. You know, our country's being invaded also.
Yes. We, the United States of America, stand with the Ukrainian people.
If you loved America this much, you'd be called a racist.
We've learned this lesson. When dictators do not pay a price for their aggression, they cause more chaos. They keep moving, and the cost, the threats to America and America to the world keeps rising. That's why the NATO alliance was created, to secure peace and stability in Europe after World War II. The United States is a member, along with 29 other nations. It matters. American diplomacy matters. American resolve matters. Putin's latest attack on Ukraine was premeditated and totally unprovoked. He rejected repeated efforts at diplomacy. He thought the West and NATO wouldn't respond. He thought he could divide us at home, in this chamber, in this nation.
What is this?
He thought he could divide us in Europe as well.
Is that a Star Wars outfit?
But Putin was wrong. We are ready. We are united, and that's what we did. We stayed united.
That's right.
We prepared extensively and carefully. We spent months building coalitions of other freedom-loving nations in Europe and the Americas, from America to the Asian and African continents, to confront Putin. Like many of you, I spent countless hours unifying our European allies. We shared with the world in advance what we knew Putin was planning and precisely how we would try to falsify and justify his aggression.
Falsify?
We countered Russia's lies with the truth. And now that he's acted, the free world is holding him accountable, along with 27 members of the European Union, including France, Germany, Italy, as well as countries like the United Kingdom, Canada, Japan, Korea, Australia, New Zealand, and many others. Even Switzerland are inflicting pain on Russia and supporting the people of Ukraine. Putin is now isolated from the world more than he has ever been. Together,
you gave Vladimir Putin Nord Stream 2 pipeline. You shut down the Keystone XL pipeline, making us more dependent on Vladimir Putin. What the hell does this have to do with our State of the Union? You have made our State of the Union unsafe.
Together, along with our allies, we are right now enforcing powerful economic sanctions. We're cutting off Russia's largest banks from the international financial system, preventing Russia's central bank from defending the Russian ruble, making Putin's $630 billion war fund worthless. We're choking Russia's access. We're choking Russia's access to technology that will sap its economic strength and weaken its military for years to come. Tonight, I say to the Russian oligarchs and the corrupt leaders who built billions of dollars off this violent regime, no more. The United States.
Flights with Jeffrey Epstein.
I mean it.
Right there. He's the senator from New Jersey. He's doing Jeffrey Epstein's plan.
The United States Department of Justice is assembling a dedicated task force to go after the crimes of the Russian oligarchs. We're joining with European allies to find and seize their yachts, their luxury apartments, their private jets. We're coming for your ill-begotten gains. And tonight, I'm announcing that we will join our allies in closing off American airspace to all Russian flights, further isolating Russia and adding additional squeeze on their economy.
Yes, great, okay. What about our country? What's the question? What about America?
He has no idea what's coming. The ruble has already lost 30% of its value. The Russian stock market has lost 40% of its value, and trading remains suspended. The Russian economy is reeling, and Putin alone is the one to blame. Together with our allies, we're providing support to the Ukrainians in their fight for freedom. Military assistance, economic assistance, humanitarian assistance. We're giving more than $1 billion of direct assistance to Ukraine, and will continue to aid the Ukrainian people as they defend their country and help ease their suffering.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm totally for the easing of suffering for Ukraine, but can somebody let me know exactly what that has to do with our nation? This is the state of our union.
With Russian forces in Ukraine. Our forces are not going to Europe to fight Ukraine, but to defend our NATO allies in the event that Putin decides to keep moving west. For that purpose, we have mobilized American ground forces, air squadrons, ship deployments to protect NATO countries including Poland, Romania, Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia.
Poland.
And as I've made crystal clear, the United States and our allies will defend every inch of territory that is NATO territory with the full force of our collective power. Every single inch.
McCarthy and Scalise having a little chat there.
And we're clear-eyed. The Ukrainians are fighting back with pure courage. But the next few days, weeks, and months will be hard on them. Putin has unleashed violence and chaos. But while he may make gains on the battlefield, he'll pay a continuing high price over the long run. And a pound of Ukrainian people, the proud, proud people, pound for pound, ready to fight with every inch of energy they have. They've known 30 years of independence, have repeatedly shown that they will not tolerate anyone who tries to take their country backwards. To all Americans, I'll be honest with you, as I always promised I would be. A Russian dictator invading a foreign country has cost around the world. And I'm taking robust action to make sure the pain of our sanctions is targeted at the Russian economy, and that we use every tool at our disposal to protect American businesses and consumers. Tonight, I can announce the United States has worked with 30 other countries to release 60 million barrels of oil from reserves around the world. America will lead that effort.
You killed the Keystone XL pipeline. You gave Russia a pipeline, you jackwad.
We stand ready to do more if necessary, united with our allies. These steps will help blunt gas prices here at home, but I know news about what's happening can seem alarming to all Americans. But I want you to know, we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. When the history of this era is written, Putin's war in Ukraine will have left Russia weaker and the rest of the world stronger. Well,
yes. Here come the whisper, folks. Yes, here comes the whispers. I promise you.
Well, it shouldn't have taken something so terrible for people around the world to see what's at stake. Now everyone sees it clearly. We see the unity among leaders of nations, a more unified Europe, a more unified West. We see unity among the people who are gathering in cities and large crowds around the world, even in Russia, to demonstrate their support for the people of Ukraine. In the battle between democracy and autocracies, democracies are rising to the moment, and the world is clearly choosing the side of peace and security. This is the real test, and it's going to take time. So let us continue to draw inspiration from the iron will of the Ukrainian people. To our fellow Ukrainian Americans who forged the deep bond that connects our two nations, we stand with you. We stand with you. Putin may circle Kyiv with tanks,
Jerry Nadler.
but he'll never gain the hearts and souls
you can
of
always
the
tell
Iranian
it's Jerry
people.
Nadler with the waistband.
He'll never extinguish their love of freedom, and he will never, never weaken the resolve of the free world.
Unbelievable. Not a mask in sight. Wow. Struggling on the delivery. Joe Biden, at least 4 or 5 different flubs already.
Lived through 2 of the hardest years this nation has ever faced. The pandemic has been punishing.
Oh, are we going to talk about America?
Many families are living paycheck to paycheck. struggling to keep up with the rising cost of food, gas, housing, and so much more.
Oh, we're going to talk about America finally. That was good.
My dad had to leave his home in Scranton, Pennsylvania to find work. So like many of you, I grew up in a family when the price of food went up, it was felt throughout the family. It had an impact. That's when one of the first things I did as president was fight to pass the American Rescue Plan. Because people were hurting, we needed to act, and we did. Few pieces of legislation have done
just
more
said, "What
at a
the F?"
critical moment in our history to lift us out of a crisis. It fueled our efforts to vaccinate the nation and combat COVID-19, delivered immediate economic relief to tens of millions of Americans. It helped put food on the table. Remember those long lines of cars waiting for hours just to get a box of food put in their trunk?
Why does he keep telling this story?
It cut the cost of health care insurance. And as my dad used to say, it gave people just a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah,
unlike the $2 trillion tax cut passed in the previous administration that benefited the top 1% of Americans, the American Rescue Plan...
Liar!
The American Rescue Plan
what?
Helped working people and left no one behind.
The hell is wrong with Chuck Schumer? Oh, my God. Oh, what a clown show. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going really bad, all right? I didn't know it would be such a clown show. This is going really bad. Look at Melissa. Oh, my gosh. Have you ever seen teeth that fake? Look at that. Look at that.
We created jobs, lots of jobs. In fact, our economy created over 6.5 million new jobs just last year. More jobs in 1 year than ever before in the history of the United States of America.
You didn't create a job if it's a job that got shut down and came back.
The strongest growth rate in 40 years. And the first step in bringing fundamental change to
cry?
our economy that hasn't worked for working people in this
Man,
nation
Mitch looks
for too
rough,
long.
dude. Oh my goodness.
The past 40 years, we were told
Mitch
the
looks
tax break
rough.
for those at the top and benefits would trickle down and everyone would benefit. But that trickle-down theory led to a weaker economic growth, lower wages, bigger deficits, and a widening gap between the top and everyone else in nearly a century. Look, Vice President Harris and I ran for office, and I realized we have
Joe Biden always hated Reagan
on this, but ran for
because
office
Reagan clowned him.
Invest in America, educate Americans, grow the workforce, build the economy from the bottom up and the middle out, not from the top down, because we know.
Just a reminder, by the way, Joe Biden refused to help Ukrainians when they asked for military aid.
Because we know when the middle class grows, the poor will way up and the wealthy do very well. America used to have the best roads, bridges, and airports on earth. And now our infrastructure is ranked 13th in the world. We won't be able to compete for the jobs of the 21st century if we don't fix it. That's why it was so important to pass the bipartisan infrastructure law.
Is he trying to grow a mustache?
Thank my Republican friends.
What is this look?
To invest and rebuild America. The single biggest investment in history. It was a bipartisan effort, and I want to thank the members of both parties who worked to make it happen. We're done talking about infrastructure weeks. We're now talking about an infrastructure decade. And look, it's going to transform America, to put us on a path to win the economic competition of the 21st century that we face with the rest of the world, particularly China. I've told Xi Jinping it's never been a good bet to bet against the American people.
Oh.
We'll create good jobs for millions of Americans, modernizing roads, airports, ports, waterways, all across America.
Lying, Ted.
And we'll do it to withstand the devastating effects of climate change and promote environmental justice. We'll build a national network of 500,000 electric vehicle charging stations.
You're killing the middle class.
The poisonous lead pipes.
You're inflating our dollar. You're making our savings worthless.
Drink at home and at school.
You're tanking our economy, and everyone knows it.
Provide affordable,
Dementia Joe. Look at all these people, dead men walking because they're all retiring or resigning or going to get beat. 31 retirements for Democrats this year alone. And that number's going to go up.
I'm announcing that this year
31 retirements.
Over 65,000 miles of highway and 1,500 bridges in disrepair.
Look at Pelosi.
And folks,
is Kamala literally trying to blend in with the background? What is this Kamala suit?
when we use
She's wearing a suit that's the exact same color as the chair she's sitting in.
America, we're going to do it by buying America. Buy American products. Support American jobs. The federal government spends about $600 billion a year to keep this country safe and secure.
Why does Nancy Pelosi smile?
There's been a law on the books for almost a century to make sure taxpayers' dollars support American jobs and businesses.
Okay, this is the creepiest State of the Union ever. Look at this. Look at Nancy Pelosi. She looks like a vampire.
We're actually doing it. We'll buy America to make sure
I have literally seen
everything from the deck of an aircraft carrier to the steel on highway guardrails.
Characters in the Haunted Mansion at Disney World
all of it.
that were more lifelike than Nancy Pelosi.
But folks, to compete
Wow,
for the
all
jobs
these people
of the future,
clapping
we
for
also
taking
need a
more of
level
our
playing
tax
field
dollars.
with China
Way to go.
and other competitors. That's why it's so important to pass the Bipartisan Innovation Act sitting in Congress that will make record investments in emerging technologies and American manufacturing. We used to invest almost 2% of our GDP in research and development.
Got a drink.
We don't now. China is. Let me give you
Cyborg
one
smile.
example why it's so important to pass.
She is a vampire. That's right.
20 miles east of Columbus, Ohio, you'll find 1,000 empty
Obama's
acres
third
of land.
term right now. Reading some comments.
Won't look like much.
Because nobody really cares what's
stop and
happening
look
with
closer,
King and Queen Botox
You'll see a field of
on the screen
dreams.
right now.
The ground on which America's future will be built.
Okay.
That's where Intel, the American company that helped build Silicon Valley, is going to build a $20 billion semiconductor megasite. Up to 8 state-of-the-art factories in one place. 10,000 new jobs.
Den of thieves, that's right.
And in those factories,
I
the
saw that
average job
comment.
about
Den of thieves. These
$135,
people are thieves.
$135,000 a year.
Incredible.
Some of the most sophisticated manufacturing in the world.
This is the most
Make
sophisticated robbery in the
computers
entire
the
world, what these
size
people do
of a
to you
fingertip.
every single day.
The
Have you
power of
checked
the
your
world
price
in
of
everyday
gas
lives.
recently? All
From
this happy
smartphones,
horse crap about
technology, the
how
internet,
good America's
technology
doing
yet
in the
to be
economy. Have you
invented.
checked your price of gas?
But
What does
that's
it
just
cost
the
you to go
beginning.
to the grocery store and buy like your
Intel
kid milk?
CEO Pat
What does it cost?
Gelsinger, who was here tonight. I don't know where Pat is. Pat,
Bro.
There you go, Pat. Stand up.
Every single person here is wearing a Ukraine pin, and not a single person here is talking about how to lower your energy costs, lower the inflation in this country.
Pat came to see me, and he told me they're ready to increase their investment from
We've been sold
$20
out.
billion
That's exactly right.
to $100 billion. That
We have
would
been
be
sold
the
out.
biggest investment in manufacturing in American history. And all they're
Ooh, got a
waiting
shot of
for is
Joe's
you to
bald
pass
spot there
this
for a second.
bill. So let's not wait any longer. Send it to my desk. I'll sign it. And we'll really take off in a big way. And folks,
Oh, oil just hit $110 a barrel. Ha! Great job, Joe. Way to go, Brandon.
just look around and you'll see an amazing story. The rebirth of pride that comes from stamping products made in America. The revitalization of American manufacturing. Companies are choosing to build new factories here when just a few years ago they would have gone overseas.
Joe Biden
That's
said the
what's
word
happening.
flactory.
Ford is investing $11 billion in electric vehicles, creating 11,000 jobs across the country.
What's on Pelosi's desk?
GM is making the largest
Oh my
investment
goodness,
in
look
its
at
history.
this.
$7 billion
man.
to build electric
Oh,
vehicles,
look at
creating
this.
4,000
That
jobs in
creepy
Michigan.
smile.
All told,
That, like,
369,000 new manufacturing jobs were created in America last year alone.
Jennifer Granholm.
Folks,
Macaulay Culkin. This is
powered by people I've met like JoJo Burgess.
Oh, yeah. Good job.
Generations of union
That's
stewards
Joe
in
Biden's
Pittsburgh.
economic advisor they just
Who's
showed
here
there.
tonight. Where are you, JoJo? There you go. Thanks, buddy. As Ohio As Ohio Senator Sherrod Brown says,
there you go. I like his Jesus piece. It's a nice big old chain.
Brown says it's time to bury the label Rust Belt. It's time to see the what used to be called the Rust Belt become the home of a significant resurgence of manufacturing. And with all the bright spots in our economy,
it's hard to see the Rust Belt become my belt. I can wear it, especially when I need it for my depends. I need a belt right now. Hurry, Whispering Angels.
my top priority is getting prices.
Nancy, help.
Look, our economy roared back.
It'd be nice to see the Rust Belt
anyone predicted.
become a belt belt.
Meant that businesses had a hard time having enough people become
What if a Rust Belt? I could wear it. We could make the Rust Belt a thing. We could sell it to the Ukrainians.
beams that went into buildings.
They could use it to hold up the Russian advance with their Rust Belt.
The global supply chain. Factories close. When
Nancy, get on that.
To make goods and get them to the warehouses, to the stores, and prices go up. Look at cars last year. 1/3 of all the inflation.
Look at
was
cars.
because
Oh,
of
they're social distancing. Look at that. What is this? This is so weird. Look at Rosa DeLauro with her purple hair. Rosa DeLauro, this congresswoman from Connecticut.
used vehicles as well. And so we have a choice.
She's so
One way to
weird.
fight
She's got
inflation
purple
is
hair.
to
She's been
drive
like,
down wages and make
she's always been a
Americans
freak,
poorer.
and
I think I
kind
have
of
a
love
better
it.
idea to fight inflation. Lower your costs, not your wages. Folks,
No Republicans clapping. Good. Sit down.
that means make more cars and
Oh, that's Joe
semiconductors
Manchin.
in America.
You get a pass. What is on
More
Nancy's desk?
infrastructure and
What is
innovation
that?
in
What's in front of
America.
Nancy?
More goods.
Is that
moving
is that
faster and
perfume?
cheaper in America. More jobs
Is that a
and
jewelry
economic
box?
good living in America.
Nancy, what you got there?
Instead of relying on foreign supply chains, let's make it in
What you
America.
got? What kind of vampire embalming fluid is that?
Look,
Is that Nancy's embalming fluid? You can tell us, Nancy. We get it. The Ark of the Covenant. Come on, everyone, let me know in the comments. What
call this
is
increasing the productive
in front of
capacity
Nancy?
of our
What is
economy-
that
of
thing?
our economy. I call it building a better America.
What is it? What is that thing?
My plan to fight inflation will lower your costs and lower the deficit.
Oh, building a better
17
America. So
Nobel
they must have given up
laureates in
Build Back Better.
economics
Ah, too bad.
Said my plan will ease long-term inflationary pressures. Top business leaders, and I believe most Americans support the plan. And here's the plan. First, cut the cost of prescription drugs. We pay more
Have you ever seen two
the
people
same
struggle
drug
more with their dentures?
produced by the
Back
same
to back.
company
Nancy
in
and
America than any
Joe.
other country in the world. Just look at insulin.
Holy cannoli.
1 in 10 Americans has diabetes. In Virginia, I met a 13-year-old boy, the handsome young man standing up there, Joshua Davis.
Okay, it's not Macaulay Culkin.
He and his dad both have type 1 diabetes, which means they need insulin every single day.
You made insulin
costs
more
about $10
expensive.
a vial to make.
Guys,
That's what it costs the pharmaceutical
you got to know this.
But drug
Joe
companies
Biden rolled
charge
back,
families like Joshua and his dad up to 30
rolled
times
back
that amount. I spoke
Donald
to Joshua's
Trump's
mom.
order to make insulin
Imagine
like
what it's
25
like to
bucks.
look at your child who needs
He
insulin
rolled
to
that
stay
back
healthy.
so that he could package it inside of extremist left-wing, I think it was the Build Back Better bill, so that he could get the Green New Deal by saying it's just to lower insulin prices. This is how evil these people are. These people are satanic.
I really mean to think about that. That's
A lot of people, a lot of very interesting,
Yesterday,
lot of very
doctors
interesting
here
comments on
yesterday
what may
was
be
his
in
birthday.
Nancy
Happy birthday,
Pelosi's
buddy,
special
by the way.
embalming fluid kit.
For Joshua
Look at that. Is it Pete Buttigieg? Is that Pete Buttigieg?
and 200,000 other young people with type 1
Very good.
diabetes,
He's the Secretary of Transportation, right there on your screen.
$35 a month. So everyone can afford it.
Trump lowered the insulin.
Companies will do very, very well. Their
Guys,
profit margins.
this is such insanity. Trump lowered the insulin
I know
prices.
We have great disagreements on this floor with this. Let's let Medicare negotiate the price of prescription drugs.
Prescription jugs?
They already set the price for VA drugs. Look, the American Rescue Plan is helping millions of families with Affordable Care Act plans to save them $2,400 a year on their health premiums. Let's close the coverage
Prescription
gap
jugs.
and make these savings permanent. And
Good
second,
job, Joe. Did Hunter Biden write this speech?
let's cut energy costs for families. An average of $500 a year by combating climate change.
Look at Pelosi.
Provide
Pelosi's like,
an investment tax credits to weatherize your home.
Exactly.
and your business.
How far along are we in this
Be
speech?
energy efficient.
I have a
Get a tax
coffin
credit for
to
it.
hang upside down inside of in my office.
And so much more. Lower the price of
Oh,
electric
there we
vehicles,
go.
saving another $80
there you go. Yawn. Come on, yawn. I know you want to yawn. Yawn. No. Okay. Oh, they put her up in the gallery. They put her up. She didn't get to sit on the floor.
To change the standard of living for hardworking folks is cut the cost of childcare.
Look at Pelosi. Pelosi's so worried exactly like how long this thing's going to go. It's been 40 minutes so far.
Folks,
Oh,
if you
look
live
at
in a
this.
major city in America, you pay up to $14,000 a year for childcare per child. I was a single dad for 5 years, raising 2 kids. I had a lot of help, though. I had a mom, a dad, a brother, and a sister that really helped. But middle class and working folks shouldn't have to pay more than 7% of their income to care for the young children. My plan would cut the cost of child care in half for most families.
Spend more of your money.
Because they couldn't afford child care to be able to get back to work.
Oh, man, these people.
Generating economic growth. But my plan doesn't stop there. It also includes home and long-term
I hate stories
care,
like this, like he
more
was a truck
affordable
driver.
housing,
Yeah. This is
pre-K
worse than I
for 3 and
thought. Yes,
4-year-olds.
that's right.
All these will lower costs to families. And under my plan, nobody, let me say this again.
There's horse
nobody
piss in front of
earning
Nancy?
less than $400,000 a year will pay an additional penny in new taxes.
Oh, yeah.
Not a single
Here
penny.
we go. Oh, here comes the Nancy Pelosi comment to Kamala.
I may be wrong, but my guess is if we took a secret ballot in this floor, that we'd all agree that the present tax system ain't fair. We have to fix it. I'm not looking to change it.
Fair.
Well, let's make corporations and wealthy Americans start paying their fair share.
Why don't you pay your fair share? How about the 10% for the big guy?
Last year,
How about that? What did you pay? How much taxes did you pay on that? How about your investments in China, Nancy?
Chris Coons and Tom Carper and my distinguished Congresswoman, we come from the land of
distinguished
corporate America. There are
Congresswoman.
more corporations incorporated in America than
He
every
forgot.
other state in America combined. And I still won 36 years in a row. The point is, even they understand they should pay just a fair share. Last year, 55 of the Fortune
Come on, man. It's your fair share.
in profit and paid $0 in federal taxes. Now look, it's not fair. That's why I proposed a 15% minimum tax rate for corporations. We've got...
Ladies and gentlemen, I got to break out
That's
the
why
emergency reserves here.
In the G7 and other meetings overseas, we're able
I'm
to
breaking
put
out the
together, I was able to be
emergency
somewhat
emergency
helpful.
reserves for this
130
live.
countries agree on a global minimum tax rate. So
This
companies
requires-
can't get out of paying their taxes at
This is
home
worse than I
by
thought.
shipping jobs
This
and
is
factories
way worse than I
overseas.
thought.
It'll raise billions of dollars. That's
Sorry,
why I
ladies and
propose
gentlemen.
closing loopholes for the very wealthy who don't pay, who pay a lower tax rate than a teacher and a firefighter. So that's my plan, but we will go more detail later. I'm going to grow. We will grow the economy.
Sharing is caring.
Lower the cost of families.
Cheers.
So what are we waiting for?
Republican beer.
Let's get
the
this
Coors family.
done. We
Republicans.
all know we've got to
Republican
make changes.
beers.
Folks,
Hear me. Here you go. Tony Colon.
and while you're at it,
Good Lord, the Joker, make it stop.
For the Federal Reserve, which plays a critical role in fighting inflation. My plan will not only lower costs and give families a fair shot, it will lower the deficit. The previous administration not only ballooned the deficit with those tax cuts for the very wealthy and corporations, it undermined the watchdogs, the job of those who keep pandemic relief funds being wasted. Remember we had those debates about whether or not those watchdogs should be able to see every day how much money was being spent, where was it going to the right place?
This beer is for Nancy Pelosi's plastic surgeon. Dude, you have the toughest job in the world.
The criminals who stole billions of relief money meant for small business and millions of Americans.
This scumbag, this is the scumbag that says that you parents standing up at your school boards are domestic terrorists. This scumbag, this guy, this piece of trash, Merrick Garland, what an asshat this guy is. Impeach him.
This year, the deficit will be down to less
Impeach.
than half of what it was before I took office. The only president ever to cut the deficit by more than $1 trillion in a single year. Lowering your cost also meant demanding more competition. I'm a capitalist, but capitalism without competition is not capitalism. Capitalism without competition is exploitation.
Listen to this jackass talk about capitalism like he's ever created a job. This guy has never created a single job. He's never made a single product on the open market. This guy's never done a single thing. He has only ever been a parasite stealing your money.
Farmers and ranchers, I need not tell some of my Republican friends from those states.
Why did they let a turtle in Congress? Everyone, a giant, endangered Galapagos tortoise has escaped.
You play with them or you don't get to play at all. And you pay a hell of a lot more. A hell of a lot more because there's only 4.
Someone get him back to the
what's
zoo.
happening with ocean carriers.
Oh, Nancy's chatting again. Chatting again. It's the hair salon.
About half a dozen or less foreign-owned companies raised prices by as much as 1,000% and made record profits. Tonight, I'm announcing a crackdown on those companies overcharging American businesses and consumers. And folks,
I need a vomit bag. That's right. Traitor, he's full of poop emoji. This is what evil looks like.
And as Wall Street firms take over more
BS, I'm sick. I can't stand it. OMG. Nancy's smug, stupid face. Hey, she paid a lot of money for that face.
That ends on my watch. Medicare is going to
No, Joe, you're a communist. Oh, here's Senator Whitehouse, who runs an all-white country club. Did you know this? Look it up.
We're also going to cut costs to keep the economy
And remember,
going
Black
strong,
Lives Matter. But
giving workers
Senator
a fair
Whitehouse
shot,
from Rhode Island is a member of an
provide more training
all-white
and
country club.
apprenticeships, hire them based on
This is not a
skill,
joke,
just
by the
their
way. He
degrees.
was just on screen with purple
Let's pass
glasses.
the Paycheck Fairness Act and paid leave. Raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour.
Well, the dollars are worth nothing anymore. So, like, you can raise the minimum wage. You already raised the minimum wage because of inflation. Look at, so even Susan Collins, who's like, Susan Collins is essentially a liberal. Like, she's essentially like a blue dog Democrat. She's just like,
community colleges.
what the hell is going on?
Let's pass the PRO Act. When a majority of workers want to form a union, they should
Jill.
be able to be stopped.
Why am I clapping?
We our workers and we build an economy from the bottom.
Loud noises. I love lamp. Jill over here.
For more than 2 years, COVID has impacted every decision.
Popping Xanax.
And the life of this nation. And I know you're tired, frustrated, and exhausted. That doesn't even count the close to 1 million people who sit at a dining room table or a kitchen table and look at an empty chair because they lost somebody.
Oh, here comes the.
But I also know this.
Here comes the.
Because of the progress we've made, because of your resilience.
Yes, Elizabeth Warren thinking about her next $4 million book deal.
By this Congress.
Very
Tonight
troubling.
I can say we're moving forward safely, back to more normal routines. We've reached a new moment in the fight against COVID-19.
A more normal routine where we all wear our rust belt. Every family needs a rust belt.
2 days ago, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention issued a new mask guidelines. Under the new guidelines, most Americans and most of the country can now go mask-free. And based on projections,
we're not going to forget, you sons of bitches. Ooh, Marjorie, there we go. Go in.
Thanks to the progress we've made in the past year, COVID-19 no longer need control our lives. I know some are talking about living with COVID-19, but tonight I say that we never will just accept living with COVID-19. We'll continue to combat the virus as we do other diseases. And because this virus mutates and spreads, we have to stay on guard. And here are 4 common sense steps as we move forward
Xavier
safely.
Becerra. Joe Biden called him Xavier Baccaria when he was
we know how
announcing
incredibly
his
effective
nomination.
vaccines are. If you're vaccinated and boosted,
Clown world,
you have
honk
the
honk,
highest degree of protection.
honk honk honk.
We'll never give up on vaccinating more Americans. Now, I know parents with kids under 5 are eager to see their vaccines authorized for their children. Scientists are working hard to get that done. We'll be ready with plenty of vaccines if and when they do. We're all ready. We are also ready with antiviral treatments. If you get COVID-19, the Pfizer pill reduces your chances of ending up in the hospital by 90%. I've ordered more pills than anyone in the world has.
I bet you
Pfizer's
have more
working
pills than
overtime
anyone
to
in
get
the
us
world.
a million pills this month and more than double that next month. And now we're launching the Test to Treat initiative. So people can get tested at a pharmacy, and if they prove positive, receive the antiviral pills on the spot at no cost.
I'm just rewatching that clip. Steve Scalise is like cracking up. What is this with Jerry Nadler?
If you're
Dude, Jerry Nadler. Man, holy smokes. Jerry Nadler looks rough, man. Dude, Jerry Nadler, you gotta retire, bro.
And free high-quality masks.
What's in front of Pelosi?
Or ignoring anyone's
What is
needs
that?
as we move forward. On testing,
Is that some type of Harry Potter
made hundreds
thing?
of millions of tests available, and you can order them
Is
for
she
free
in
to your doorstep.
Slytherin?
And we've already ordered free tests.
Is that
We've already
Pelosi's
ordered
sorting
free
hat?
tests tonight.
What's going on?
I'm announcing you can order another group of tests. Go to
Biden loves his
covidtest.gov.
pills. Yeah, you're exactly
starting
right.
next week, and you can
Madison.
get more tests.
Madison wants a Madison. My boy! It's my boy, Madison. What's he got? What's his hand in his pocket for? We gotta ask him that. Lauren Boebert coming on as soon as we're done. Lauren Boebert's gonna be coming on our show. Stay tuned after this giant heap of dino poo. The only thing I can think of is Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park. Remember? That's one giant pile of poo.
We can end the shutdown of schools and businesses.
Look at these dentures. Look at them. Have you ever seen so many dentures?
It's time for America to get back to work and fill our great downtowns again.
Denture companies, man. You should sponsor this stuff.
Can feel safe and begin to return to their offices. We're doing that here in the federal government.
What a frumpy
The vast
looking
majority
suit.
of federal workers will once again work in person. Our schools are open.
Got a
Let's
black
keep
pocket
it that
square.
way.
Why you got a
Our
black
kids
pocket
need to
square?
be in school.
Pelosi. Look at this. What is she doing? No one's quite sure why they're standing. Why are we clapping?
With 75% of adult Americans fully vaccinated.
75%
and
of
hospitalizations down by
the Rust Belt.
77%. Most Americans can remove their masks and stay in the classroom and move forward safely. We achieved this because we provided free vaccines, treatments, tests, and masks. Of course,
I am not
continuing
sponsored by
this
Coors
costs
Light,
money.
ladies and gentlemen.
So I'll not surprise
Many people
you
are
when I'm back
asking.
to see you
No,
all.
I'm not.
And I'm going to soon send a request to Congress. The vast
Joni,
majority
you're
of
such a
Americans have
disappointment.
used these tools.
She's
and
from
they won't
Iowa,
again.
my home state.
We may need them again, so I expect Congress, and I hope you'll pass that quickly.
Such a disappointment.
Fourth, we'll continue vaccinating the world. We've sent 475 million vaccine doses to 112 countries.
Thanks for the
more
comic
than
relief.
any
You're
nation
welcome,
on
Pamela.
Earth. We won't stop.
We paid for those
You
dentures.
can't
That's
build a
right.
wall high enough to keep out
I'm reading these comments here. Okay, here we go.
The vaccine
That
can
lady looks
stop
dead. Well, I'm not sure
the
who you're
spread
talking about. You're going to have to narrow that
of
one
these
down.
diseases. You know, we've lost so much in COVID-19.
Who did they let in? Are you
Time
talking
is
about the
running
border?
out.
Well, just about everyone.
Worst of all, the loss of life.
This is just gross,
Let's use
says
this
Lisa.
moment
Yep.
To reset. So stop looking at COVID
Isn't it?
as a partisan dividing line.
Interesting.
See it for what it is. A god-awful disease.
Oh, look at this. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
For who we are.
Ladies and gentlemen, why you should have term limits on your screen right now. The Muppets. Muppets. I can hear Sam cracking beers. Producer Sam is cracking beers.
We can't change.
Ladies and gentlemen, even producer Sam can't take it anymore. And you can hear him popping Coronas over there.
COVID-19 and other issues that we must face together. I recently visited New York City Police Department days after the funerals of
Sam's drinking Corona because he's vaccinated.
And his partner, Officer Jason Rivera. They're responding
Producer
to a 9/11
Sam.
call when a man
Sam
shot
Gorski,
and killed them
the best
with
in
a
the
stolen
business.
gun. Officer Moore was 27
dead.
years
All right,
old.
here's
Officer
Tim
Rivera
Scott.
was
Tim Scott
22
from
years
South
old.
Carolina. I like
Both
Tim Scott.
Dominican
I don't know.
Americans who grew up in the same streets.
Ben Sass.
That they later chose to patrol.
Total
as police
goofball,
officers.
Ben Sass.
I spoke with their families.
Very disappointing, Ben Sass.
I told them
Shut the
we're
hell up.
forever in debt for their sacrifices, and will carry on their mission to restore the trust and safety of every
This
community
is truly,
deserves.
truly a Muppet show.
Like some of you,
This is the
who've
Muppet
been
Show.
around for a
It's the
while.
Muppets, ladies and gentlemen. This is the
I've worked
Muppets.
with you on these issues for a long time.
Sock
I
puppets.
know what works. Investigating crime prevention and community policing. Cops who
You're a
walk the beat,
terrorist.
who know the
You,
neighborhood.
mom and dad, you're
who can restore
terrorists.
trust and safety.
You don't want your kids to
Let's not
learn
abandon
that
our
they're
streets.
racist?
Or choose between safety and equal
They're
justice.
4 years old. Of
Let's
course they're
come together
racist.
and protect our communities, restore trust,
Hold on.
and hold
More
law
Muppets.
enforcement accountable. That's why the Justice Department has
My
required
son got
body cameras,
millions of dollars
ban
from a
chokeholds,
Ukrainian
and
gas
restricted
company.
no-knock warrants for its officers. That's why the American Rescue Plan that you all provided
I like
$350
Ukraine.
billion that cities, states, and counties can use to hire more police, invest in more.
I got you
proven
elected by
strategies.
supporting you in South Carolina. Now half my family works for your administration.
Proven strategies
Here's a Nancy
like community
Pelosi Muppet.
violence interruption, trusted messengers, breaking the cycle of violence
This
and
is
trauma,
this is my Muppet for
giving
Nancy
young people
Pelosi.
some hope. We should all agree the answer is not to defund the police.
We have too much fun.
Fund them.
Ah, they got the Republicans to stand on this one. It must have been a good line. What was it?
Fund them with resources and training. Resources and training they need to protect our communities. I ask Democrats and Republicans alike to pass my budget and keep our neighborhoods safe. And we'll do everything in my power to crack down on gun trafficking of ghost guns.
Thank you.
That you can buy online, assemble at home.
Somebody said the
No
best part of
serial
tonight
number.
is watching your broadcast.
Can't be traced. I ask Congress
I
to pass
appreciate that.
proven measures to reduce gun violence.
And I am now almost
Pass
2 beers
universal
in.
background checks. Why
We're going to need a
should
lot
anyone
more. Who
on the
claps like that?
terrorist
What's
list
wrong with you? Why are you clapping like that? Where did you learn to clap? Did you learn to clap at SeaWorld?
100 rounds.
These people are
You think
zombies.
the deer are wearing
These people are zombie
Kevlar
Muppets.
vests?
They're Muppets.
Look, repeal the liability shield that makes gun manufacturers the only industry in America that can't be sued. The
Red
only
wave.
one.
Red wave, ladies and gentlemen.
Imagine
Red
had we done that
wave.
with the tobacco manufacturers.
Tobacco
These
manufacturer.
laws don't infringe on the Second Amendment. They save lives.
Ah, Lauren, it's my
The
girl.
most fundamental right in America is the right to vote.
She's tweeting.
And have it counted.
My girl Lauren is tweeting, though. Lauren Boebert coming on with us as soon as we're done here.
Not only to suppress the vote, we've been there before, but to subvert the entire election. We can't let this happen.
Got it.
Tonight I call on the Senate to pass the Freedom to Vote Act, pass the John Lewis Act, Voting Rights Act.
It's
while
already
you're
dead,
at it,
you moron.
Pass the Disclose Act so Americans know who's funding our
I'm
election.
3 wines in.
Look,
Bro, I'm having a cocktail. The
tonight,
entire chat now is getting lit up by people saying what they're drinking in order to watch
to serve
this.
this country.
Ooh, man.
Justice Breyer,
we got to protect
an
the
Army
Second
veteran,
Amendment
constitutional
like
scholar,
hell, ladies and gentlemen.
retiring Justice of the United States Supreme Court. Justice Breyer, thank you for your service. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean it. Get up. Stand. Let them see you. Thank you.
Yeah, trust me, they wouldn't be doing this for Clarence Thomas.
And we all know.
Yeah, right.
No matter
Thank
what
you
your
for your
ideology,
consistent
we all know one of the most
vote
serious
is what they're
constitutional
saying.
responsibility a president has is nominating someone to serve on the United States Supreme Court. As I did 4 days ago, I've nominated the Circuit Court of Appeals, Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Oh, he got the name right this time.
One of our nation's top.
He forgot her
legal
name
minds
at the press conference yesterday.
will continue in Justice Breyer's legacy of excellence. A former top litigator in private practice, a former federal public defender, from a family of public school educators and police officers. She's a consensus builder. Since she's been nominated, she's received a broad range of support, including the Fraternal Order of Police and former judges supported by Democrats and Republicans. Folks, if we're to advance liberty and justice, we need to secure our border and fix the immigration system.
Oh no, you didn't. Oh, wait a second. We need to secure our border, Joe Biden says?
And as you might guess, I think we can do both.
There was a build the wall chant.
We've installed new technology like
Build the wall chant.
scanners
I heard it.
to better detect drug smuggling. We've set up joint patrols.
Dude,
in Mexico
seriously,
and Guatemala
no,
to catch
yeah, I
more
mean,
human
yes,
traffickers.
that's exactly right.
We're putting in place dedicated immigration judges in significant larger number, so families fleeing persecution and violence can have their
Let's go,
cases
Brandon.
heard faster, and those
This is
who
the
don't
Let's Go,
legitimately
Brandon
here
moment.
can be sent back. We're screening, we're securing commitments and supporting partners in South and Central America to host more refugees and secure their own borders. We can do all this while keeping lit the torch of liberty that has led a generation of immigrants to this land.
What
My
a
forebears
sicko.
and many
What
of yours.
a complete
Provide a pathway
and
to citizenship
total
for dreamers.
dementia
status,
patient.
farm workers,
This
essential
guy
workers.
has the audacity to say we need
Revise
to
our
secure
laws.
our borders.
So businesses have workers they need, and families don't wait decades to reunite. It's not only the right thing to do, it's economically smart thing to do. That's why the immigration reform is supported by everyone from labor unions to religious leaders to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. Let's get it done once and for all.
Quit acting like the Chamber of Commerce is some type of like
Folks.
right-wing think tank. Chamber of Commerce is completely shot through by leftist radicals.
Advancing liberty and justice also requires protecting the rights of women.
This is how old Joe Biden is.
Constitutional right affirmed by Roe v. Wade, standing precedent for half a century, is under attack as never before. If you want to go forward, not backwards, we must protect access to health care. Preserve a woman's
Why all
right
these
to
shots
choose.
on Susan Collins?
And
I don't
continue
get
to
this.
advance
What's this
maternal
like?
health
This is
care
like the fourth
for
time
all
they've gone
Americans.
like in on Susan Collins. What are they planning here?
And folks, for our LGBTQ plus Americans, let's finally get the Bipartisan Equality Act to my desk. The onslaught of state laws targeting transgender Americans and their families. It's simply wrong. I said
Transgender.
last year, especially to our younger transgender Americans, I'll always have your back as your president so you can be yourself and reach your God-given potential.
Transplender Americans need a right to a Rust Belt.
As I've just demonstrated, while it often appears we do not agree, and that we do agree on a lot more things than we acknowledge.
Dude, they know they're losing so bad.
I signed 80 bipartisan bills into law last year.
They know they're losing.
From preventing government shutdowns.
They know this is it. They're done. They know they're losing. And thank you, by the way. Thank you for the stars. Thank you for the super chats. I really deeply appreciate it.
That I first wrote 3 decades
We're
ago.
going on. We're putting
It's
on.
important.
Oh my! Look at all those comments, son.
It's important for us to show the nation we can come together
A lot
and
of
do
comments.
big things. So tonight I'm offering a unity agenda for the nation. 4 big things we can do together, in my view. First, beat the opioid epidemic.
The opioid epidemic is happening because you won't secure our border. I went to Arizona and saw Trump's wall sitting in the desert rotting.
Harm reduction and recovery. Get rid of outdated rules and stop doctors that stop doctors prescribing treatments. Stop the flow of illicit drugs by working with state and local law enforcement to go after the traffickers.
How about building the
wall? If you're
wall?
suffering from addiction,
asshat.
You should know you're not alone. I believe in recovery, and I celebrate the 23 million. 23 million.
He's going to hand out fentanyl.
Second,
he's going to hand out fentanyl, free fentanyl pipes.
On mental health, especially among our children whose lives and education have been turned upside down.
This woman should have lost
money
in
to
Michigan.
Hire teachers and help students make up for
John
lost
James,
learning.
what were you doing, dude?
I urge every parent to make sure your school does
this
just
is
that.
the Titanic.
They have the money.
One of the commenters.
We can all play a part.
I didn't catch the name.
Sign up to be a tutor or a mentor.
This is like the Titanic. This is exactly
Children
right.
were also struggling before the pandemic. Bullying, violence, trauma, and the harms of social media.
Ah, yes. Bullying, our
As
biggest
Frances
problem today.
Haugen, who is here tonight with us, has shown, we must hold social media platforms accountable for the national experiment they're conducting on our children for profit.
Oh, no. You brought in the Facebook whistleblower?
Folks,
oh, come on. Oh, this is embarrassing.
Thank you for the courage you showed.
Do you know she works with Jen Psaki's old PR firm? You want to know why she's there?
Ban targeted advertising to children.
Psaki's
old
PR firm.
Collecting personal data on our children.
Totally running this op.
Get all
that lady's an op.
The mental health services they need.
No, that lady's an op.
More people.
This is what evil looks
can
like.
Turn for help and full parity between physical and mental health care if we treat it that way in our insurance.
By the way, no one gives a damn about. No one gives a damn about like. No one gives a damn about Frances Haugen. Like nobody's even said that woman's name in like 10 months.
Veterans are the
Pelosi almost fell down.
And the spine.
Too much embalming fluid.
They're the best of us.
Ah, okay.
I've always believed.
Got it.
That we have a sacred obligation to equip those we send to war and care for those in their family when they come home. My administration provides
Is that why you looked at your watch multiple times during the dignified transfer of the 13 soldiers that you killed? Blood on your hands. Blood on your hands. Blood on your hands.
Breathing in toxic smoke from burn pits.
What is wrong with Nancy Pelosi? What is this? What the hell is going on? Did you just see that?
Over 40 times.
What the hell is happening with her?
These burn pits that incinerate waste, the waste of war, medical and hazards material, jet fuel, and so much more.
Wait, something's going on with Nancy. Look at her hands.
Many of the world's fittest and best trained warriors in the world.
What the hell is going on with Nancy Pelosi?
Never the same. Headaches,
no joke.
numbness,
like, what's happening?
Dizziness. A cancer that would put them in a flag-draped coffin.
A flag-draped coffin? There we go.
One of those.
Yes!
One of those soldiers was my son, Major Bo Biden.
Yes!
I don't know for sure if the burn pit that he lived near, that his hooch was near, in Iraq and
that was, I swear, okay, that was Lauren Boebert.
His brain cancer, the disease of
that was Lauren Boebert saying, "What about the 13 Americans that you killed?"
To find out everything we can. Committed to military families like Danielle Robinson from Ohio, the widow of Sergeant First Class Heath Robinson. He was born a soldier, Army National Guard, combat medic in Kosovo and Iraq, stationed near Baghdad, just yards.
That was Lauren Boebert.
Pits the size of football fields. Danielle is here with us tonight. They love going to Ohio State football games.
The conflagration of Joe Biden, whose son did not die in action and has absolutely no military connection to his death. We're not saying that it's not tragic, but this conflagration that Joe Biden's son somehow like
Danielle says Heath was
died, it was killed in action or wounded in action.
Know how to stop fighting.
This is some of the most despicable stuff We're not saying it's not tragic that Joe Biden's kid, Joe Biden's son, perished. He had brain cancer. But Joe Biden's son was out of the military for like a decade?
The VA is pioneering new ways of linking toxic exposure to disease.
Joe Biden's son was a
veterans get benefits.
like the Attorney General of Delaware.
I'm announcing we're expanding eligibility to veterans suffering
he was
from
like going into the family business.
Cancers. I'm also calling on Congress to pass a law to
so
make
it's
sure
not,
veterans
I mean,
devastated by
it's
toxic
such an
exposure
insult
in Iraq
for
and
Joe
Afghanistan
Biden to sit there and say that like
benefits in the comprehensive health
this is the same thing. If your son came back from Afghanistan inside of a flag-draped coffin while I'm looking at my watch during the dignified transfer, that it's the same thing as my kid who died of brain cancer, if I'm remembering this correctly, later on, much later in life, and long after he had left the military.
This is personal.
What a gaslight. What a gaslight. Hunter Biden was kicked out of the military for smoking crack.
This is
fact check true.
To Jill and to Kamala, and so many of you. So many of you have lost someone you love. Husband, wife, son, daughter, mom, dad. Cancer is the #2 cause of death in America, second only to heart disease. Last month, I announced the plan to supercharge the cancer moonshot that President Obama asked me to lead 6 years ago. Our goal is to cut cancer death rates by at least 50% over the next 25 years. And I think we can do better than that. Turn cancers from death sentences into treatable diseases.
Yep.
More support for patients and
confirmed.
their families.
Lauren Boebert.
To get there, I call on Congress to fund what I call
shouted
ARPA-H.
during the State of the Union
about
the 13
advanced research
American
projects
died
Agency
in
for Health. Pattern after
Lauren
DARPA and the
Boebert,
Defense Department.
Congresswoman Lauren
Projects
Boebert will be joining
DARPA
us.
To the internet,
stay on this
GPS,
live.
and so
Lauren
much
Boebert
more
will be
to
joining
make our
us live.
Forces more safer.
Tell us about it.
And be able to
Lauren
wage war more
Boebert
with
shouted
more
at
clarity.
Joe Biden
ARPA
about the
will have a singular
13
purpose
dead Americans
to drive breakthroughs in cancer,
and
Alzheimer's and diabetes, and more. A unity agenda for the
will be
nation.
joining us soon.
We can do these things. It's within our power. And
Joe
I don't
Manchin's
see a
about to go
partisan
sleep.
edge to any one of those
Joe
four
Manchin's
things.
like, I wish I could go
My
back
fellow
to my
Americans,
houseboat
tonight
and my mansion right now.
we've
Joe
gathered
Manchin.
in this sacred space, the
Joe
citadel
Manchin
of
is the,
democracy,
hero of the Republic. Huge
in this
fan of Joe
capital.
Manchin.
Generation after generation of Americans have debated great questions amid great strife and have done great things. We fought for freedom, expanded liberty.
Sundown syndrome. Here we go. 10 p.m.
Totalitarianism and terror. We built the strongest, freest, and most prosperous nation the world has ever known. Now is the hour. Our moment of responsibility. Our test of resolve and conscience. Of history itself. It is in this moment
Joe Biden.
that our character of this generation is formed. Our purpose is found.
Hair getting more
Our future is forged. Well, I know this nation. We'll meet the test. Protect freedom and liberty.
Oh, man.
Expand fairness and opportunity. And we will save democracy. As hard as those times have been, I'm more optimistic about America today than I've been my whole life. Because I see the future that's within our grasp. Because I know there's simply
Save the
nothing
Galapagos
beyond
turtles.
our capacity.
Save the Galapagos turtles. Everyone,
We're the only
donate
nation on
now
earth
to
that has
save
always
this
turned
turtle.
every crisis we've faced into an opportunity. The only nation that can be defined by a single word, possibilities. So on this night, on our 245th year as a nation,
this is the closing.
I've come to report on the state of the nation.
This is the
State of the
optimistic
Union.
closing. Okay.
And my report is this. The State of the Union is strong because you, the American people, are strong.
The State of the Union is strong.
We are
because
stronger
you're
today.
racist.
We are stronger today than we were a year ago.
This is the optimistic end to this speech. Okay, got it.
And we'll be stronger a year from now than we are today.
Loud
This is our
noises.
moment to meet and overcome the challenges of our time. And we will, as one people, one America, the United States of America. God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Thank you. Go get him.
Go get him! Go get him! Look at his gross, warty bald spot. Yuck. You never get to see that shot. Yuck. Go get him! All right, this is really funny, actually, watching the president leave. Hold on. You got to see that. This is really funny. It's always funny watching the president leave. Come on, keep it up. Keep it up, Sam. Let's watch. Sometimes they come in with some audio here. It's always very creepy. What? I can't believe. First off, ladies and gentlemen, what a clown show. I have never seen a worse State of the Union speech. That thing was a disaster. But it's the ending that I cannot get over. I cannot get over the ending of that speech. The inspirational commentary at the end of the speech. Oh God, look at Maxine Waters standing there. Oh, ugh. Oh man, gross.
Tom Carper. It's Tom Carper. I got a Carper bag on my head.
Oh, Jai Paul giving him a hug. There's some N95, KN95 masks. Man, these people are done. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to tell you, stay tuned. Lauren Boebert's in touch with our team right now. Lauren Boebert will be coming on live with us. We may have to pause for just a moment, but stay on this live feed. Lauren Boebert coming on with us. Okay, we may put up like an image to pause. That doesn't mean the live feed's going away. That'll be just us getting our boxes ready for a live broadcast with Lauren Boebert for her response to the State of the Union. Ah, yes. Oh, yes. What do you... Yes. Here's Mark Milley.
I want to understand about right rage, and I'm white.
That's what he just said to Joe Biden. Maxine Waters like...
Find a Trump supporter. If you find Trump supporters, you get out there and you create a crowd. You tell them you're not welcome here.
Yeah, party unity, ladies and gentlemen. Rosa DeLauro, everyone. Look at that purple hair. She's such a freak. I love her. She's a congresswoman from Connecticut. She's just so weird. I kind of love Rosa DeLauro. I don't know her. Met her once. It's a total weirdo. Look at that. Look at the fake hair. Fake hair. Joe Biden doesn't have any real hair. Joe Biden's bald as a bat. There are photos of him from the 70s where he's just bald as a bat. Why is Maxine Waters like clinging on to Joe Biden like a barnacle at the bottom of an old wooden ship? What's going on? Very strange. Maybe Maxine Waters is Joe Biden's Rust Belt. Who knows? Rust Belt. That is the theme of the night. Sorry, gotta go. All right, that's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be on with Lauren Boebert here momentarily. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are waiting on Lauren Boebert. We needed to take a second there to go ahead and get in contact with her. And she is on her way, ladies and gentlemen. So here is Joe Biden. We're going to just sort of like comment on Joe Biden, what we see here from the C-SPAN feed. I am Benny Johnson. Thank you for watching the State of the Union with us live. This is a Coors Light. I am on my third beer of the night. Drink responsibly, ladies and gentlemen. But pretty embarrassing. Embarrassing indeed. What a absolute garbage pit. What an absolute garbage pit that all was. Yes. So we had Joe Biden with like multiple Yes, that's right. That's right. Lauren Boebert coming. Lauren Boebert is on her way, ladies and gentlemen. Will be on live soon with us. She has confirmed that she said this to Joe Biden. You put them in it. Talking about flag-draped coffins. Yep, that is the line. Joe Biden was talking about the flag-draped coffins of American patriots, and Lauren Boebert saying, hey, you put those soldiers in those flag-draped coffins, the 13 American soldiers from Afghanistan. So here we go. The president sits there and kind of like kisses, and look at this. COVID's over. Wow. COVID's over. Everyone's hugging. Everyone's kissing. Look at that. Wow. COVID over. Biden's hugging people. He's kissing people. Oh, here we go. Al Green. Good job. Here's Al Green asking for an autograph. First time in human history that anyone's ever asked Joe Biden for an autograph. Ah, yes. Here's the selfie request. Embarrassing. And now it's like empty. There's no one there. No one wants to be seen with Joe Biden. No one wants to be seen with Brandon. Comment. Sniffing people. Yeah, that's right. Gross. Mm-hmm. Don't know which member of Congress that is. Pride myself on knowing most members of Congress, but can't quite tell. Joe Biden. This was supposed to be a reset for Joe Biden. This is not a reset for Joe Biden. This speech was terrible. This speech didn't do anything. It didn't move any balls. It didn't move any brain cells either. Joe Biden just being, a total doofus. Sheila Jackson Lee. Sheila Jackson Lee. Here we go. This conversation is going to last a while. Sheila Jackson Lee, one of the most corrupt members of Congress. Certainly one of the dumbest. Ah! Now I know who that was. That lady's awful. The one who was talking to Joe Biden. It's actually my parents' member of Congress. Her name escapes me right now, unfortunately. Rock Island, Illinois. She's terrible. She's she's leaving Congress this year. Sherry Jacobs, I think. Whatever. All right. Lauren Boebert coming on soon. What's going on with Brandon, ladies and gentlemen? Did you like the live stream? For those of you still with us, what's going on? Did you like the live stream? We had a hilarious time. Nancy Pelosi was just sitting there rolling her dentures around in her mouth. A reminder, Nancy Pelosi won't be there next year. Nancy Pelosi will be gone from that seat next year. It'll be Kevin McCarthy ripping up Joe Brandon's speech. These wicked, wicked people. I can't believe that they did that. What a bunch of scum. What a bunch of scumbags. So you have Kevin McCarthy, who wasn't on camera very much. Too bad. Joe Brandon sitting there signing his Brandon. And Nancy Pelosi, again, won't be there next year. Lauren Boebert will be on. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. I missed the comments there for just a second. I got a message from my team. I thank you very much for watching along with us. We had tens of thousands of people watching our live roast of Joe Brandon. We'll do this. I like this format. We'll do this all the time. And then we'll put the comments on the screen. We're going to be working on getting the comments into more of an interactive. But this is good. I mean, this is good. It's been fun. I've been able to actually, I can read the comments, I can watch them, and we can respond and we can have a conversation. That's what this is all about. You'll be able to have a conversation with Lauren Boebert when she is up, and we should be set. But I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I'm seeing all the comments rolling in right now. I just really appreciate it. I mean, it's us trying to add a little bit of humor, a little bit of comedy, so that you don't have to watch it alone in your living room and scream and throw your beer at the TV. You can instead throw your beer directly into the back of your mouth and have a drink with me as we watch Brandon, our country. What a gross spectacle. What a creepy spectacle. What a, just a disgusting, syphilitic, embalmer's mirage this entire thing was. Joe Biden, the worst president in American history. The polls show it. One dumb speech isn't going to change anything. The Americans know what's true. Americans go down to their gas station and pay for $4 gas. Americans get their grocery bill, and it's twice what it used to be. Americans know it. Americans aren't dumb. Although 81 million Americans, quote unquote, voted for Joe Biden. And so we will accept your apology. You owe us all an apology. And we've accepted. Thanks, Benny. It's been a blast. Thank you, Benny, for providing us a safe place to endure the circus. $5 gas in California. $3.75 gas in Pennsylvania. F Joe Biden. Trump is our president. This stream was great, Benny. Thank you. You're welcome. Of course. This is what we're here for. We'll get better at it. We had a couple of little things. We had to flip feeds here and there, and I'm sure there were little technical glitches, but we're going to get better. Why would you take a photo with Brandon? Why would you want that? Why would you want a photo with Brandon? Someone explain that to me. I have no idea. What a bunch of LARPers. What a bunch of LARPers. $3.99 gas in Kansas. What's your gas price? Show it to me in the comments. I'm watching. $3.50 gas in New Hampshire. Yikes. Goodness gracious. What's the price of gas? Benny the King? I am not the king, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus is the king. $3.79. Thank you, Puppy Clown Show, State of the Union. $4 gas in Connecticut. $5.45 in California. $4 gas in Chicago, of course. $4.99 in California, and that's good. Oh, gross. Gross. $3.59 in New Jersey. $3.79 in Scranton. Yuck. $4 in Washington State for gas. Biden is a crook. It's true. $3.50. I'm seeing a lot of $3.50s. $3.60 in Indiana. Disgusting. One of the worst speeches I've ever heard, said Wanda. Little Caesar's $5 pizza. Somebody said Little Caesar's $5 pizza is now $6. Yeah, it's true. $3.39. I paid $2. Well, wow, what did you pay for that? It's $5 gas in Canada. Someone just said. Well, you got Canada. You got problems. Yikes. $5.29 in California. Yuck. Benny, we love you. I love you back. I love you back. That's why we're doing this. We've been live for almost 2 hours. And I thank you all for watching with all of us. $3.89 in Texas. Goodness gracious. Dollar stores now $1.25. That's exactly right. $4 in Oregon. Ugh. Love Oregon though. Maybe gas will get to 85. Maybe gas will get to $81 million a gallon to match the number of people who voted for Joe Biden. Wink. $3 in North Dakota. $3.49 in Orange Park, Florida. Yeah. Diesel in Michigan is $4.15. Yuck. Unbelievable. Have you ever seen gas prices this high? I never have. Oh, here comes the C-SPAN commentary. Link to the State of the Union.
In 2016. And then West Wing tonight, West Wing reports these are the mentions of certain words.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, we are waiting for Lauren Boebert.
Like jobs and the economy in his speech tonight. And then if you were wondering who was the designated survivor, it was Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo. She was the designated survivor from the cabinet, chosen to stay away in case something would happen. Supreme Court justices in the chamber. Jennifer Epstein with Bloomberg reporting 5 members of the Supreme Court were in the chamber tonight. Chief Justice John Roberts and Justices Stephen Breyer, Elena Kagan, Brett Kavanaugh, and Amy Coney Barrett. That left conservative justices Alito, Thomas, and Gorsuch not attending, along with liberal Justice Sotomayor. And then we told you this earlier. It looked like there was assigned seating tonight. You might have noticed that members were spaced out. This from Billy House, who reports on Capitol Hill.